Hey guys, so another double dog obedience session. This time we have our little obstacle set up here. It's just my laundry basket flipped upside down, and there's a little box in front, just kind of like a little step. I could put something else on top of that actually. It's actually right back here. This is like just a block, just like it's just a like a wooden board. I could put this maybe actually on it. That's probably a little better actually. It makes more sense. She's used to step on this, so she's like, "Bro, what are you doing with my board?" Right? So don't worry, there's enough board for everybody. So back, same thing. I also wanted to. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna tell you guys something that I thought was important, or I thought was funny. So as you know, like I train these dogs, right? And I train people's dogs that need help with like behavioral problems or just um, anything that you would find in a pet dog's life. So like going in and out of the crate, putting the equipment on, how to actually do things like walk them, train that like walk them, get them to sit, get them to like eat their food, get them to not bother other dogs, not bother the people, get them to come when you call, like all that stuff, right? So that's like it's like when you're younger and you have to learn how to live, people will teach you that's teach you those things, right? You're gonna learn how to swim, like you're probably gonna go with your family, you're gonna go with like a swimming instructor, they're gonna say, okay, first you gotta get in the water, and then we're gonna show you like how to do the like dog paddle and stuff, and we're gonna show you how to tread water. Same thing, right? So all I'm gonna do today is try to get her to jump on this. Sounds easy enough, right? I'll probably do it with her too, actually. But for now, we're going to try to do it with her. So she's on a dominant dog, like it's basically just a slip collar with a leash. She's on a slip lead. She usually is on a prong. I'm just going to try it with this because, it's good to switch up the equipment and still do the stuff that you do. You don't want to rely on one single thing. You don't want the dog to become complacent or rely on a single thing as well. So it's good to go through and do different things. Obviously, there's going to be certain tools that work better for different dogs. So like some dogs do really well on the prong, some dogs do really well on the slip with the E, some dogs do really well with the prong and the E, some dogs do really well with just the slip, right? Just depends, right? Or just the dominant dog is all you. It just depends on the dog, right? And so we're gonna just see what she does here. But the funny thing I was gonna say was like people. I know people say this and people think this as well, right? They're like, oh, I'm sure you guys know that you must see many of these small dogs. You must see many of these small dogs just with no training, just going around like yapping and like being bad and obnoxious, right? And like people just have grown to think that's normal, and it's not. So because if a big dog like her were to do that, she'd probably get in a lot of trouble, right? Whereas these little guys sort of just get away with it. So like people like see them and they think like, oh yeah, here's a little fluffy dog. Let me go grab this dog. Let me go pet this dog. Let me just go squeeze it and stuff like that, and get up in its space, right? And go mess around and all that stuff, right? You shouldn't do any of that. But these guys, people think that that is what these guys like to do. That's what they're meant for. That's what it is, right? It's not true. So people are like, oh, like when she goes back, she's probably gonna just forget everything that she's learned, or like, it's gonna like she's like basically implying that when she goes back, they're not gonna keep up with anything that you're doing. So therefore, you're just wasting your time training your dogs, right? Like basically insinuating that what I'm doing is wasted time, right? And like saying that they don't believe that has value, or right, or like they don't believe in its value, right? So, going back to this analogy that people love to use of kids and dogs being the same. So it's like, if your kid went, if you say you're going to pay all this money to send your kid to summer camp, and then basically say, oh, like when they come home, like they're not going to be at summer camp. So like, what's the point, right? Like, why would I send them there if they're not going to be there when they come home? Or like the instructor's not going to come home with them, or they're not going to bring the water home with them. So why would I send them there? Well, yeah, exactly. Like if you're thinking like that, I think that says more about you as a person, as opposed to what the person you're talking about is doing, right? So like, why would you do anything? Right? Like, see what I mean? Instead of thinking that way, you can say, oh, I can teach my dog stuff. I can improve their confidence. I can improve their ability to go out and live life to a higher degree, right? I can actually enjoy owning them. I can actually enjoy having people over again, right? Kiki, thanks. So like I don't see really how it's a waste, right? I think I think it's good that people say that because it just shows us like who really knows what is like who actually knows what's up and who doesn't, right? So it's good that people still say these things. That's why you're able to, like I said, you don't have to waste your time talking to everybody, right? Keep you free. And like I said, I know that I'm doing something good because this dog is learning while she's here. This dog is probably gonna remember this for her whole life, to be honest, right? And she's probably gonna be like always remembering, like when she goes back, that like wherever she is not this. So like, if I make this really fun, why would she not like it, right? She's gonna go home and people are gonna just be doing the stuff that she used to do before, and it's up to them if they want to continue, right? Look, see how that's what I mean? See what I mean? Her confidence is improving. Before she was sniffing around if she didn't know what it was. Now she's jumping up onto it. I guarantee you in this session she's probably gonna jump up on this thing, if not this one, the next one, right? So, and also like I said, so this is another good. At her house, she jumps all over the couches whenever she wants. Here, that's not how it works, right? Because that's unfair. I don't do that with my dog, so why is she allowed to do it, right? So, and like what's it called? That's what I mean. Like her, like she's obviously enjoying the work. If she's walking towards me, doing these behaviors, wanting what I have, right? That sort of stuff, right? So she goes again. Nice, very good. How did you get up there? Let's see. So just a little bit of pressure, right? See if she'll hop up. Oh wow, look at that. So did you see what happened there? I could have said, "Oh my God, she's struggling. Oh my God, look at her. It's so sad. Like she needs help. Let's go make her feel good because she's struggling, right?" Instead, I actually didn't do that. And I just said, "Oh, look, she's almost there. I can help her get all the way. And when she gets there, I'll reward her. And she'll remember what we just did here." Right? All it took was a little bit of like 2-3 extra seconds, very, very slight pressure, like a tempting reward for her, right? I don't see what the problem is, right? Why can you not do this at home with your dog? I can do this with multiple dogs, right? Big one, small one, doesn't matter. Why can you not do this with your single small dog, right? Think of all the 24 hours in the day. Think of when you're just sitting there scrolling on your phone going, "Oh my God, I'm so bored. Oh my God, my dog sucks. Oh my God, let's make funny videos of my dog so I can post it so people think I'm cool." When you're doing that, right, you could be doing this, right? Or you could be playing with them. Or you could be simply showing them how to relax and enjoy themselves when you're not doing this, right? AKA place time, calm time, right? Kennel time, crate time, right? As long as she stays up on this thing, I'll just keep rewarding her. Keep free. Oh yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. You see what I mean? That's like, wow. Good, very good. So now look, we're gonna just leave her here. She's going to sleep. I want to see if she'll step on this. She probably will. Jax, great. And like I said, big dog, small dog, the thing is still the same thing, right? So all I gotta watch is just this interaction between them, right? Even though, like, so there's a possibility that one of them here might become possessive over this space, right? Because this space is not, how do I say it? It's not like this, and it's not like this is for her, this is for her. It's like this is sort of everybody's, right? It's right in the middle too, right? They both just went on it. So there is that possibility that one of them could become like, "Hey, get off my spot. I want to go on spot so Daddy can give me snacks," right? That can happen. And if it does, I'll show you what we'll do to fix it, right? And then once we fix it, we're gonna go right back and we're gonna go again and say, "Okay, like, does anybody have any issues, right? Is anybody confused as to like what's going on?" And we'll see. I don't think we're gonna have any problems so far, which is good. But she might not fit on this whole thing. Let's see. I think she can. Nice. Yeah, she can. Very good. I knew I had her standing on this thing before. Let's see if she'll put her bun down. Okay. Nice. Good girl. Very good girl. Jax. Good. Nice. Very good. Jax, place. Good girl. Right? And then we go back here. Right? Just because I put her thing away, I don't want her, like, I'm still trying to get her to mess up, so that's what I'm trying to fake her out. I'm trying to make her think I'm going to ask her to jump off when I'm actually not. Right? So watch, sometimes I pick this up and she'll just jump off. So she didn't, right? So I can mark and reward, right? Like the common theme you should be noticing here is there's a lot of marking and rewarding going on. Like even though we have these training tools that everybody's so obsessed about, right? The common theme here is marking and rewarding. Like that's 90% of this. The other 10% is split between some leash pressure and me telling the dog no when they're doing something bad or inappropriate, right? If they make a mistake, that's not me punishing them, unless they're like, you know, there's certain circumstances where you can, but here that's not going to happen. What I really need is just to show them, like I said, that when we're working, right? So this is no leash pressure. Let's just see if she jumps up. I can help her too if I have to. She did it last time without it, so let's see. Right here. So right here. This is where I gotta just use my body pressure, right? I have a tool I can use to actually create some suppression, but like I said, I think she just got a little bit excited. So, you know, as I keep my pressure here, she'll change her like, what's it called? Her energy that she's displaying. Watch, so I can just focus more towards her. Eventually she'll go down into the like DOWN. She's over there being good, that's good, right? If I can help her, like I can use the leash to help her, right? Right? And then we go back to this. We say, okay, what were we doing here? We were doing this. Trying to get her to go without the leash, right? But this is why you can see the leash is so important, because it adds that obligation. It says, it makes them do the, okay, I'm scared, but I have to do it, right? Which is what you should be doing, right? So, which is what I'm going to do again, right? Because like I said, it was only the first time. So, let's go. See? So, you see with that little bit, just me holding this, she's like, okay, like, I got to do it now, right? Whether or not she's scared or not, she also knows how to do a stand too. I've been teaching her that. So let's see if she'll do it. Go here. Right? And then she'll also go into a down too. Maybe not on this board, but she'll do it on her little bed. She might think she doesn't have enough space here, so she doesn't want to do it. So I'm just gonna see what she's doing here, right? If she doesn't do it here, I'm still gonna keep the pressure constant, right? I'm not gonna relieve the pressure. But what I'll do is I'll get her to do it over there. So now let's just see, right? I think she's going to turn and try to lie diagonally on it, which is, well, that's fine too. Oh, she's almost there. I could have marked there. I probably should have. Because she was doing the right thing. She wasn't doing the wrong thing. And the pressure that I'm doing is very slight, right? It's just enough to get her to think about it. Because like I said, she doesn't know what I'm asking, so I can't like be there's no reason to be like forceful. Right? So I don't care that she's lying that way. I just care that she's doing this motion, right? And like I said, I'm just sitting here wasting my time, right? Wasting my time mentally challenging your dog, right? I'm wasting my time making your dog smarter, right? Or I'm wasting my time, what's it called? Making your dog's life enjoyable. Or wasting my time teaching your dog how to live its life to the highest quality that it can. Right? I know, it's pretty funny. Now watch. Right? And you can see there is a little bit of like, okay, I have to like, right? Good. Nice. Let's see if she'll do, oh yeah. So now she's like, oh, she doesn't know where to go, right? So we can help her, right? Put a little bit of pressure. Onto the bed. Good. Very good. Very good. Right? As soon as she hops onto the bed, the pressure stops, and I start giving her little scrubbies. Right? A little scratchy scrubby. Good. Very good. Right? And that's it. That's about it. And then, like I said, now I could bring her out again and do one more with her. Let me just check the time real quick on the camera. I like to keep them around 10 minutes. 14. This is already too long. Yeah, I'm going to cut it. So thanks for watching, and but you get the idea here of what's going on.